Question: what food items more often than not send people back to the grocery store perhaps a little sooner instead of a little later? Let's talk about this in a minute. Good evening. Hey, this is Jan from New York City. Channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. I truly love, love, love helping people keep some of their own hard-earned money. Could that be you? Yes, yes, yes. First of all, I'd like to talk about a few things that end up getting us to the grocery store sooner rather than later. You know what they are? The following: milk, bread, and eggs. They are staples in our lives that we often use. So why don't we figure out ways to extend the lives of those things and reduce our trips to the grocery store? But how can we do this and save some money at the same time? Well, well, well. Recently I made a purchase for these English muffins, the national brand that everybody loves. Okay. Well, they had one of those double packs on sale at a really, really good price. And I said to myself, I can't use this up really, really fast. I just can't. It's just so many muffins, but I did purchase it. I said, what can I do to extend the life of those English muffins and save some money at the same time? So I took a minute or two, well, maybe a few minutes. They say fork split, right? Okay, I don't know about that. Maybe slightly, but still need a knife or something to cut across the English muffin to get the job done properly. So what I did was make a decision based on something that a relative told me, a trick that they used. Not only do they want to extend the life of their bread, but they also want to reduce their cost and also perhaps not use as much bread. So I said, wait a minute, this is a great idea. It's so genius. It's ridiculous. So what I did with the second package of the English muffins, I opened it up, and I said, well, I'm going to turn 6 English muffins into 12 meal size English muffins. I don't need to eat the whole English muffin. 1/2 of that is good enough for me. So you see what I did there? I got a really good deal in the first place. I got 12 English muffins at an excellent price. But what I did also was I took a few minutes to open up all those English muffins, and my relative said, put them in little bags, the open sides. They're like split now, okay? So just put them in those little sandwich bags, and I just put them away individually. I put all those sandwich bags in one bigger freezer bag. So anytime I want to use one, because I end up toasting them anyway, I could take it directly from the freezer down for its individual use. Do you realize I gave myself a 50% discount? And to boot, I already got those English muffins on sale. You can do the same trick with bagels. Many times, those grocery store bagels, some of them are really, really large. And if you're trying to cut down your grocery store bill and also the frequency of getting to the store, cut those bagels in half. They're already in half already. Wrap them up individually, throw them in the freezer. You're going to toast them 9 out of 10 times anyway. You see where I'm going with this? You're going to give yourself an automatic discount, less trips to the grocery store, and availability of bread. Sometimes people forget they have some frozen bread products and they're thinking, oh my word, I ran out of sliced bread. Then the light bulb goes off in that person's head and says, no, I still have bread where? In the freezer. I think it's really important to take a minute to save some of your bread products in the freezer. That alone may stall you a trip to the grocery store for a week or two. I'm telling you, it's a great trick, and I really, really hope that I'm passing on some good information to you guys. Seriously. The other thing that people run to the grocery store, what else? Bread, eggs, and milk. Well, there are many videos on here that tell you what to do in order to freeze eggs. And yes, it is possible. And yes, I did it myself. And there were no consequences to it. I tried that trick. It's not bad at all. Go, just look it up, run a search. You'll find the right video for you on how to properly freeze eggs. Now, when it comes to milk, okay, we all love our milk. Well, not all, but whoever does, for the ones that love dairy milk, real milk, I like to work with real milk too. Let me tell you something. If you could ever get the non instant, non fat dry milk at a discount, if you ever see that on a discount, there was a time that non fat dry milk was a bargain. Not necessarily the case. That seems to have gone up. Why? Because people are realizing the value of having that available. So, if it so happens that you use that, and I learned a trick a long time ago, when you make the milk, you can even make it drinkable. So people go, "Oh, I can't drink it." Well, maybe if you try this trick, it'll work out for you. I'm telling you, make a picture of that milk. If you run out of milk, put a little bit of vanilla extract in there. You can use the real vanilla or the imitation. Either one works just fine. You could put a little bit of confectionery sugar or regular granulated sugar, but make sure it's nice and cold. You put that in the refrigerator. Boy, what a treat. To me, that milk reminds me of, like when you drink the bottom of of your cereal bowl, like, and the milk gets like that flavor. To me, that's what it's reminiscent of. But it is also good to have either canned milk in your home or apartment. You do not feel like going to the grocery store? Of course, sometimes you don't want to. Sometimes you cannot. Sometimes you're unwell. Sometimes the weather is not that great, or sometimes dangerously hot or dangerously cold. These are wonderful stockpilable items. So therefore, you can extend the life of your bread. And by the way, not to mention, always keep a box of crackers in your house, regular saltine type. I learned an interesting recipe yesterday, and it works. You can actually make a pie crust out of saltine crackers. I am not kidding you. Look that up. You could find that. Just look it up, find it if you're interested. It's very simple, very limited ingredients. You could actually do that. It looked quite interesting. But in general in life, always keep bread like products in a house as a substitute, as a swap out, to buy you the time to not get you to the grocery store again. Not to mention, with the way prices are just really crazy, and availability too. Availability too. I saw some other videos lately that made me scratch my head saying, Jan, you got to focus on getting this, that, and the other thing. Thank God that there are so many wonderful people out there making these videos, giving us this very helpful, resourceful information. It is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, therefore, to avoid running to the grocery store just for bread, running to the grocery store just for milk, running to the grocery store just for eggs, doesn't it stand to reason to have these things available? Yes, you can freeze eggs. And look at the trick with the muffins, English muffins, and the bagels. You will not only double your usage, you will stretch it out, you will freeze it, you will use less calories, and best of all, you will save yourself some money. I don't know about you, but I'm all in for saving money. I just had to make this video. Hey, if you found any value at all in this video, would you please smash down the like button? I would truly appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Have an amazing and fantastic day. And let's think more like this lady does. Fantastic day. Take care of yourself and your wonderful family.